Yo, what the is up? Oh, fuck, that's not a good intro. I blame global warming. I'm sorry for not posting for a while. Hello. Here doesn't matter. Anyways, I just wanted to fuck around and do some intros. Before we get started with today's video, I do want to tell everyone to subscribe and have the notifications on because I am going to go hard as this year. I really want to share as much knowledge as what I've been able to teach myself and maybe correct something along the way that I can learn in the future. But anyways, long story short, here's a video. I actually was very busy this last week, and it has been somewhat of a struggle to balance like content and like client work, which is something that I kind of will touch on in a future video. On this video, I kind of just wanted to show you guys like what I was doing this week, and I kind of got sidetracked with a lot of the passion projects and client projects that I was doing. Some stuff I can show you, some stuff I really can't, but I'm gonna go ahead and just talk about some of the stuff that I shot. So I have the first video that I shot this week, which was my friend Braulio was in town, and he doesn't want to be on camera, so I wasn't able to get him on camera. But I have been wanting to shoot his Porsche GT4 for a long time. He's a very good guy and very patient guy, so I went ahead and just said, you know what, when you're in town for a long time, let me know and we can go ahead and get that shot. And the idea that I had was for social media, but lately I have been more on the bender of wanting to shoot more horizontal, because I think, in my opinion, that is probably the better option to shoot. And as of, I don't know how long ago, most of my horizontal videos have done better than my vertical videos. So I don't know. Do with that info what you want. I'm not telling you to fucking go shoot only horizontal and, you know, forget vertical, but both are very important. But in one of the last YouTube comments, I actually did want to show you something that somebody did request. This is one of my dogs, and she goes by Juju. Well, June, but I call her Juju. And I don't know, it's because somebody pointed out that I had her kennel in here, and I just kind of wanted to show you guys. I have 6 dogs. This is one of 6. So, all right, go have fun. Long story short, when we were shooting this video, we did it in a sort of like roundabout area that was kind of like secluded, and not a lot of people have been using that. I've seen a couple people like actually shoot there. I didn't really get the idea from them, but I did notice that it was Sunday and there wasn't really like anyone there. And for that video, I was shooting 4K 60 on the FX3, and I went ahead and used my anamorphic lens, the 40mm t1.8 133x Suru, whatever, Sure. I still don't know how to say that name. I'm so sorry. Sure, if you ever want to work with me, I'm very sorry. I will work on that name. I want to point out that I did shoot the rollers a week before, and somehow I think only some of you will notice. Well, I'm going to point it out now. Those were shot when it was about to rain, which is another reason why we had to postpone the shoot for another day. I just really wanted to get the rollers, the clouds in the back, everything kind of looked really dope. So that's kind of like what I was going for a better background, because here in El Paso, Texas, like, we don't really have a lot of cool scenery besides the dunes and shrubs and shit. For the second video that I did this week, I went ahead and reached out to another person that I've been wanting to shoot with for a while, and it was Justin Risto. This man is a very nice person, awesome team, very like family oriented. Like, he's a very good guy, and I think he's a really dope president for the car club that he runs. The car club that he runs is called Team Dozig, and a lot of people always ask like what the meaning of it is, and I didn't want to do that on this video because we have like another podcast that we've done together, and he kind of just says a meaning on that. I'll go ahead and link that below. It was going to be kind of a hectic thing to do because someone had reached out saying that we had the opportunity to work together on a Land Rover commercial, and I kind of really wanted to do it, but then I said, you know what, I'm going to postpone it for the next day. And then I had to let Risto know, which I think this is some advice that I could give people. If you guys have something come up, the best way to be prepared to tell someone that you're going to cancel plans is do not cancel the plans and stick with what you were doing originally. I think at some point, I think I was kind of like almost shooting myself in the foot, like about to cancel with Risto, because I had to keep in mind that he had also plans of his own, and I couldn't just, hey man, you know, let's shoot it tomorrow instead. And I'm so guilty of doing that in the past to so many other people, and I don't want to be like that anymore now that I'm taking some stuff a bit more serious. When it comes to stuff that you're shooting that isn't like fully like a client thing and you're kind of just doing it more like a passion project, I definitely recommend get your stuff in order and then make sure that you're gonna confirm the day before and commit to it. So another thing that happened was that it was very hot. It was extremely hot that day, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna post up the FX3 up there on a tripod, kind of like filming myself doing a bit of the recording, and I wanted to challenge myself in doing so with shooting this with action cameras. And this part of the videos I actually shot with a DJI Osmo Action 4 and the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. And I wanted to kind of show that you don't need a $1,000+ camera to shoot really cool stuff. You don't necessarily need a camera, period. I think a lot of people can do it with their cell phones. I'm not gonna lie. Apple and Samsung have both really done a really good job of bringing the log profiles to phone filmmaking. And some people have made some really good videos. I have a video that I was only able to shoot with a Samsung, and it was Samsung log, and it was really out of the blue. My FX3 wasn't turning on. I don't know what was going on. It was a faulty battery, and I showed up and I said, you know what, trust me guys, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot it with this one. And the video did fairly well on social media. I'm not necessarily preaching like, hey, gear doesn't matter or whatnot, because I'm a firm believer that gear plays a good part in things that you're able to do. But I don't think that you having all the gear is what matters. It's like I've been saying in the past videos. I think once you actually dial down and learn how to like move and get the shot that you want, or have the eye for it, or whatever you want to call it, I think that stuff like that just shouldn't really matter. I think what truly matters is that you create something that you like, something that you are happy with. But that really only applies for the projects that you are doing, because if it's a client work, then it's basically what the client says. And at that point, if you don't have the vision of what the client wants, that's a whole other topic. Anyways, I hope you've liked the shots that I've been showing you while I've been talking. But yeah, I shot that basically with just the Osmo Pocket 3 and the DJI Action 4. And then for my last video, I was at an MMA gym, which is called SVG Academy, Savage MMA Academy. I went ahead and filmed a good amount of their fights. The owner of the gym, Ricky, hosts a Muay Thai event every so often here in this gym. This is his gym. This is where he trains and practices, and this is where he has students and teachers and coaches and all types of lessons, right? Now, this Muay Thai event, I've gone ahead and shot it a couple other times, and my friend Abe has shot it once by himself, and then the other times with me. But long story short, every time we do this, it shows kind of like a different style of like shooting, because we're shooting combat sports and not just cars. Most of this stuff that I'm showing you here is already kind of like color graded. It's not fully edited. I want to kind of just show you like more raw of like where I was at, and then I was only able to stay on one side of the ring, one side of the area, because I just feel very rude getting in front of people and getting in front of like their way, and maybe I get to see like a really cool like hit or something, and then they miss it because I'm standing in front of them with the big camera. So I'm just being a little bit more like considerate at that point. But anyways, if you guys want to take the leap and do YouTube and create content, go ahead and do it. Like it's been really fun doing this, getting in front of the camera, talking and showing you guys some of my work. It's been really it's been very humbling, and it's been very interesting, but I've been liking it a lot. So I hope you guys get to enjoy more of my videos, and don't forget to have the notifications on, because I'm going to start posting again. Peace.